double Jeopardy round as we always do, right after this break.
Alright, that all-important double Jeopardy round is coming up
we have two daily
right
doubles
now.
awaiting you in these categories.
We'll load dollar figures into the board, and here are the categories.
Nigeria. Busy as a beaver. The comics. The calendar. 19th century literature.
And finally,
And double talk.
alright,
Okay, let's get back into this. Player
Starting
2,
with Busy as a
you make
Beaver,
the next
400.
selection. Beavers have 6 of these on their heads in 2 sets of 3. One is transparent and helps in swimming underwater. It's player 1.
what are eyelids?
That's it.
There we go. Busy as a beaver,
Player 1.
800.
This 5-letter beaver home may have separate entrances and a carpeted floor. Hopefully no elks. Okay, player 1.
Oh, what is a lodge?
That is correct.
Busy as a beaver for 1200, please.
Of 1, 5, or 15, the rough maximum number of minutes a beaver can hold its breath underwater.
What is 15?
Okay, player 1. Good for you.
Busy as a beaver for 1600.
You get natural enemies of the beaver include bobcats, coyotes, and this glutton associated with Michigan. Yes, player 1.
What is the Wolverine?
Good.
Let's finish the category.
Please pick the coat of arms of this company, founded in 1670, displays 4 furry beavers. Player 1.
What is Hudson Bay Company?
Yes.
Well done for me in that category.
You
And
get
I
to pick
run my
again,
total
player
up to
1.
12,600, and I retain control of the board. Double top for 400.
Check it out. It's how I refer to my flashy diamonds and gold chains. Player 1.
What is bling bling?
That's right. Way to go.
Double top for 800.
Player 1. The OED defines it as faint or barely audible speech. Okay, player 1.
What is hush hush? No.
Anyone else?
I think it's a murmur. But I can't give a second answer, unfortunately.
Yes, player 3. Correct.
And my second answer was the right one.
Where do we begin, player 3?
Double top for 1200.
Scandalous 19th century French dance. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is the can-can?
Hey, you're right.
Double top for 1600.
All right.
Answer, daily double.
One of the daily doubles. You are in the lead right now. Player 1, give us
5,000.
Answer this. In the 1950s, this secret militant movement opposed British rule in Kenya.
What is Mau Mau?
Congratulations, you're still
Alright,
first,
up to
player
18,400.
Player
Let's
one.
finish double
Pick again.
talk.
In a children's song, Dear Little Nellie is way down yonder in this fruit patch.
What is Paw Paw?
Player 1. Right. Player 1.
Comics
you
for
pick again,
400.
please. This Peanuts character got a sister named Sally in 1959.
Good grief,
Okay,
who
player
is
one.
Charlie Brown?
Good. Player 1. Weirdo would be another name for this Dan Ferraro comic that began as a replacement for The Far Side. Here's the correct response. Bizarro.
Bizarro, okay.
Player 1,
let's
back
go
you
to the
for
calendar
our next
for 400.
selection. The Chinese assign each year an element as well as an animal. 1972 got rat and water, and 1976 dragon and this.
What is fire?
Player 1. Yep.
The calendar for 400. For
We
800,
return to
sorry.
you 2 of the 4 months without a U.S. federal holiday. It's player 1.
What are March and April?
Right.
Yes. Calendar for 1200.
You again. March 25th was this day in Britain until adoption of the Gregorian calendar in 1752. It's player 2.
What is New Year's Day?
That's correct.
Yep. And player 2 said
Player
2600.
2, make a selection, please, as we
Calendar
continue.
for 16.
If you subtract the number of days in 2013 from the number of days in 2012, you'll end up with this many days.
Alright, 2012 is a leap year.
Player
And the
1.
year we're in right now, 2016 is a leap year. So subtract 365 from 366, you end up with 1 day. What is 1?
That's it.
Calendar
Player
for
1.
2000.
At its center, the famous Aztec calendar stone depicts Tonatiuh, the god of this. Here's the correct response. Sun.
Sun.
Select again.
Comics 1200.
Mr. Munster wasn't the subject of this 1975 to 1992 Jim Unger strip.
I don't know.
Player 3.
What is Herman? Oh! Okay, yeah. Herman Munster.
Player 3. Where do we start?
Comics for 16.
In Bob Fave's comic, Frank bumps around with this guy. Okay, player 3.
Who is Dilbert?
Sorry, that's
It is
wrong.
not Dilbert.
Anyone else?
Alright, a 50-50
Okay,
shot.
player 1.
Who is Ernest?
Good.
Yes! Let's finish the comics.
Player 1. This edgy Aaron Magruder comic strip debuted in 1996. Okay, player 3.
What is the Boondocks? Yes!
Player 3. Where do we start?
19th century literature.
You'll find whale boats not only in his masterpiece, but also in his story Benito Sereno and his novel Mardi. It's player 2.
Who's Nathaniel Hawthorne?
Sorry, that's wrong.
Nope, not him.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's the response we were looking for. Herman Melville.
Herman Melville, okay.
Select again. In Uncle Tom's Cabin, St. Clair, Tom's master, is killed. Tom is then sold to this brutal, drunken planter. It's player 1.
Who's Simon Legree?
That is correct.
19th century
Player
literature
1,
for 1200.
Houston. In Pedro Antonio de Alarcon's The Three-Cornered This, a miller thinks his wife is having an affair with the mayor. The correct response is hat. Player
1600.
1. The last name of the title character of this Thomas Hardy novel is actually Derbyfield. Player 3.
What is Tess
Good for you.
D'Urbervilles? Yes.
Where do we begin, player 3?
19th century literature
For
2000.
14 years, the Abbe Faria was his fellow prisoner in the Chateau d'If. Let's hear it, player 2.
Jean Valjean. No.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Yes, player 1.
Who is Charles Darnay?
Oh.
Nope.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Let's hear it, player 3.
Well, that just leaves Edmund
Good.
Dantes. So that takes player 3 to 7,600. One
Select
category
again.
left.
As part of its 19th century territorial expansions, this nation colonized the Nigerian port of Lagos in 1861. Here's the correct response. Great Britain.
Great Britain.
We return to you, player 3. Known for his satire, Wole Soyinka became the first black African winner of this prize for literature in 1986. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is the Pulitzer Prize? Oh, no, not the Pulitzer.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's the response we were looking for. The Nobel Prize.
Nobel Prize. Oh.
Player 3, back to you for our next
All right,
selection.
1,200.
About a third of Nigeria's states in the heavily Muslim north follow this Islamic law system. Player 1?
What is Sharia?
Right.
All right. Let's go for
Player
1,600.
1?
The answer there, the other daily double.
Answer. The other daily double. You are currently in the lead. You need to select
Okay,
your
if I were to
logic.
make this a true daily double and get it wrong, then I don't think I'm going to have a chance to win. So, just to be safe, I will risk 600.
Answer. Following ethnic clashes in 1966, the eastern part of Nigeria declared itself the Republic of this in 1967.
What is Bangladesh?
You are still in first
Nope.
place, though. Here's the response we were looking for.
We needed
Biafra.
Biafra. So I was smart to only risk the 600.
And
Let's take a look at our last clue.
$1,000. Nigeria's first planned city. It was built in the 1980s and officially dedicated as the nation's new capital in 1991. Yes, player 3?
What is Abuja? Yep, that's right. 9,600 is what you wind up with as we end Double Jeopardy. I have 23,800 though, so big lead.
So much.
And the final Jeopardy coming up, the category
Which
is
today is
musical theater.
You need to select your wager.
I will go for 1,200 on this.
Now it's time.
All right,
for the
final Jeopardy answer
and
is...
Here it is. He's the only songwriter to have Broadway premieres in every decade from the 1950s to the 2000s. His first was in 1957.
I will say, who is Andrew Lloyd Webber? Let's start in the middle of player 2, who is John Kander.
And
that is wrong. Well, you did what you could, all you could.
let's see your response.
John Kander also, we know that that's wrong.
Stu,
You lost 1,300. You're going to go down to
your
8,300.
response?
I said who is Andrew Lloyd Webber.
And that will say.
And that too is wrong. The correct response, who is
Stephen
Stephen Sondheim. Alright, so that'll take me down to 22,600. But that's alright, because that's enough to make me the winner. So we're going to add 15,000 to that. So that means we're going to add $37,600 to the bank from this game. Alright, we will see you for the next segment.